Have you ever felt drained or anxious after spending time with certain people, even though they are close to you? At 70 and beyond, your energy, peace, and joy become more precious than ever. Sometimes, the people around us, family, friends, or acquaintances, can unintentionally weigh us down. Today, we are going to explore a gentle, but crucial truth. Once you turn 70, letting go of certain relationships can transform your life and protect your happiness. Intro. Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Life After 65. Life after 70 is a precious time. It is a season when you deserve calm mornings, meaningful connections, and peace in your heart. But often, we cling to relationships that no longer serve us, out of habit, guilt, or fear of hurting someone's feelings. The reality is, at this age, every moment matters, and preserving your mental and emotional health should be a priority. In today's video, we will gently discuss 5 types of relationships seniors must consider letting go of to avoid unnecessary misery. These are not about judgment or blame, they are about self-care, dignity, and creating a life that feels lighter and more joyful. 1. The constantly critical relationship. Some people seem to have made it their life's mission to point out your mistakes, question your decisions, or make you feel inadequate. Whether it's a family member who constantly criticizes your lifestyle, a friend who nitpicks every choice, or an acquaintance who makes backhanded comments, the impact can be deeply draining. Imagine starting your day with excitement, only to have your joy diminished because someone comments negatively on how you dress, what you eat, or how you spend your time. This type of criticism, even when disguised as concern, chips away at your confidence and steals your peace of mind. Letting go doesn't mean becoming rude or abandoning your values. It means setting boundaries. You might choose to politely distance yourself, reduce interactions, or kindly decline invitations that leave you feeling exhausted. Daily life example: perhaps a relative always criticizes your hobbies, saying they are a waste of time. Instead of engaging or explaining yourself, simply choose to spend your energy elsewhere, on friends or activities that bring joy. Over time, this creates a protective space around your mental health. Viewer engagement block. Before we move on, I want to ask you a gentle question. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own life? If yes, please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this information is helping you, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you watch this video till the end because the remaining points are just as important and may protect your health. 2. The relationship built on guilt or obligation. As we age, many of us feel compelled to maintain certain relationships out of a sense of duty rather than genuine connection. Perhaps it's a distant relative, a neighbor, or even a friend who always expects you to drop everything to help them. While it is natural to care for others, relationships should feel mutual, not one-sided. Constantly giving to someone who does not respect or value your time can lead to resentment, fatigue, and even physical health issues like sleeplessness or stress. This type of obligation-based relationship silently erodes your happiness. Daily life example: maybe you have a friend who frequently calls at inconvenient times, complains endlessly, or expects favors without gratitude. Instead of feeling guilty for saying no, remember that your well-being matters. You are allowed to prioritize your own comfort and peace. Reflective question: can you think of someone in your life who drains your energy more than it nourishes your heart? How might you approach this relationship with gentle boundaries? 3. The relationship with persistent negativity. Negativity can be contagious. Spending time with someone who constantly complains, worries, or focuses on the worst-case scenarios can weigh heavily on your spirit. At 70, life is too short to be enveloped in constant pessimism. This doesn't mean you abandon empathy or kindness. You can still care for others, but it's important to recognize when negativity starts to affect your emotional health. Reducing time with chronically negative individuals allows you to surround yourself with optimism, hope, and gratitude instead. Daily life example: imagine a neighbor who complains about every minor inconvenience in life. If every interaction leaves you feeling stressed or hopeless, it's time to limit these encounters. You could respond briefly, or gently steer conversations toward neutral or positive topics, protecting your emotional space. Reflective question. Who in your life seems to drain your positivity, and how might you create a healthier balance? 4. The relationship that fosters jealousy or competition. Sometimes, even long-standing relationships can harbor subtle competition or envy. A friend or relative may compare your achievements, possessions, or lifestyle to their own, leaving you feeling inadequate or judged. At 70, comparing your life to others only diminishes your joy. True friendship and love support each other's growth, celebrate milestones, and provide encouragement without judgment. Relationships rooted in jealousy, however, create tension, anxiety, and sadness. Letting go of these relationships, or redefining them, can be liberating. This relationship with gentle boundaries. 3. The relationship with persistent negativity. Negativity can be contagious. Spending time with someone who constantly complains, worries, or focuses on the worst-case scenarios can weigh heavily on your spirit. At 70, life is too short to be enveloped in constant pessimism. This doesn't mean you abandon empathy or kindness. You can still care for others, but it's important to recognize when negativity starts to affect your emotional health. Reducing time with chronically negative individuals allows you to surround yourself with optimism, hope, and gratitude instead. Daily life example: imagine a neighbor who complains about every minor inconvenience in life. If every interaction leaves you feeling stressed or hopeless, it's time to limit these encounters. You could respond briefly, or gently steer conversations toward neutral or positive topics, protecting your emotional space. Reflective question. Who in your life seems to drain your positivity, and how might you create a healthier balance? 4. The relationship that fosters jealousy or competition. Sometimes, even long-standing relationships can harbor subtle competition or envy. A friend or relative may compare your achievements, possessions, or lifestyle to their own, leaving you feeling inadequate or judged. At 70, comparing your life to others only diminishes your joy. True friendship and love support each other's growth, celebrate milestones, and provide encouragement without judgment. Relationships rooted in jealousy, however, create tension, anxiety, and sadness. Letting go of these relationships, or redefining them, can be liberating. Daily life example: perhaps an old friend seems resentful of your travel experiences or hobbies. Instead of engaging in comparisons, choose to focus on your own happiness and celebrate your life quietly. Sometimes, reducing interaction is the kindest act for both parties, allowing each person to flourish independently. Reflective question: are there relationships in your life where jealousy or comparison overshadows joy? How might you adjust these connections to preserve your peace? 5. The relationship that suppresses your authentic self. As we grow older, the desire to live authentically becomes stronger. Yet, some relationships may pressure you to conform, hide your feelings, or behave in ways that don't reflect who you truly are. Whether it's a family member insisting on certain routines, or a friend discouraging your hobbies, such relationships can quietly chip away at your sense of self. Letting go doesn't always mean cutting people out completely. Sometimes, it means gently stepping back, reducing time spent together, or clearly expressing your needs. Choosing authenticity over approval is an act of self-love, and it allows you to live your remaining years fully and peacefully. Daily life example: if you love painting or gardening, but a close relative mocks these interests, consider spending more time with those who encourage and value your passions. Over time, your life becomes richer, more joyful, and deeply fulfilling. Reflective question: are there people around you who unintentionally make you hide your true self? How might you honor your authenticity while maintaining gentle boundaries? Gentle reminders for letting go. Letting go does not mean anger, bitterness, or resentment. It is a calm, conscious choice to protect your energy, peace, and happiness. Here are a few gentle reminders. Boundaries are your right. You are allowed to say no, to step back, and to prioritize your comfort. Distance can be loving. Sometimes, physical or emotional distance strengthens your relationships in the long run. Self-respect is essential. Valuing yourself sets an example for others to treat you with respect. Positive connections matter more than quantity. Quality always outweighs quantity when it comes to friendships and family. Reflective question. How might your life change if you embraced these reminders in your daily interactions? Creating joyful connections after letting go. After stepping back from draining relationships, you can redirect your energy toward people and activities that uplift your spirit. Surround yourself with friends who laugh with you and celebrate small joys. Family members who respect your time and individuality. Community groups, clubs, or hobbies that provide meaningful engagement. Daily life example. Joining a local art class, volunteering at a community center, or simply spending time with grandchildren who cherish your stories can provide immense joy. These relationships replenish your energy and remind you that life at 70 and beyond can be fulfilling and vibrant. Reflective question. What small changes could you make today to focus more on uplifting connections? The gentle art of saying goodbye. Saying goodbye or creating distance does not have to be dramatic. A calm, kind approach preserves dignity for both you and the other person. You might politely decline invitations without giving excuses. Reduce frequency of calls or visits gradually. Share your feelings honestly but respectfully, emphasizing your need for peace. By doing this, you create room for positive energy in your life and model self-respect for others. Reflective question. Can you think of a relationship that could benefit from a gentle, thoughtful distance? How might you approach this lovingly?